so sitting in your chair, give yourself some time to settle in, noticing how everything feels. I like to start with the feet. Just become aware of how your feet feel. Good. Noticing all the way up through the calves, the back of the legs, the tops of the legs, the hips. Noticing the back, middle back and upper back. And noticing how your chest and your belly feel. I'm going to keep going. There's more people joining the class. And then observe and turn your attention to your shoulders, your chest. How do your shoulders feel? How do your arms feel? Your hands, your fingers. And then up the neck, the back of the hat, and the whole face. Allow yourself to relax for a few moments, not too worried about your posture or anything, and just take a few rounds of breath. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Our breath becomes our gateway between our body, our mind, and our emotions. So we let the breath start to give us a little more energy with the inhale, and a little more relaxation with the exhale. So each time we inhale, we're bringing in oxygen that our body needs. And each time we exhale, we begin to remove products that our body doesn't need, waste products. So take 3 more, deeper, slower, inhale. And a slow exhale.
Leaving. Connecting? I don't know what's doing. It's connecting.
Take that, continue. Got one more person coming in. Good. And then just come back to a natural breath. And when you're ready, gently open the eyes.
It's connecting.
Good. And then just let yourself start to sway around a little bit. You can move right to left, front to back. You can circle if that feels good. Just letting your body start to move through some of the crunchiness that we might have when it's first thing in the morning. I know I've been awake for quite a while, but this is really feeling pretty good just to get moving. All right. Okay. All right, and then with fingers on our shoulders. Good. We're going to start to just bring, let's do just the right side. So just the right side. And all we're going to do is bring it in.
It's connecting, see?
And bring it back. Good. Bring it in. And bring it back.
It's not connecting.
One more time. Draw it into the center and reach it back. Good. As we come to the side, let's bring it up and bring it down. Good. Lifting up and down. So at first we're moving just mostly the arm, but then we start to move the spine too. So now you can take it and twist, and then twist in the direction. Good. I've got everybody on mute, but I'm still hearing some sound. I'm not sure why. Good. And then we reach up through the rib cage and then down. Take that a couple of times. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Sorry, guys. There's some echoing. Roll out the shoulder. Notice how everything feels. Bobby, did you get that fixed?
We just we couldn't get you.
You know what's funny is that you're on mute, but you are still coming through. So let's keep you on mute there if you can, because it's echoing from your side, okay?
Thank you.
So right arm relaxes. Notice how that side of the body feels. And we're going to take left hand, left shoulder. All right, so starting with in, and out, reaching back in and out. Let's try that again. And then up and down. Up. Now if we take that same motion and let the body turn, then we start to get a little bit of a twist here, and then twist back this way. So a couple more times. Cross and open. Cross and open. Good. And then lifting as we start to lift up through the rib cage and then back down. You know, if your arm gets tired, you can simply bring your arm down by your side and make the movement through your spine instead. Good. And then come back to center. Let that left shoulder roll around a few times, noticing how it feels. Good. We've kind of started to move through this whole body here. Now the option to take the hands behind the head. Let the head press back into the hands and open up through the elbows as the chest lifts up. Good. Exhale, bring the chin up high with the elbows coming close together. Good. Inhale, up and lift. And again, if your arms are tired, just keep your hands on your chest. Lift your chin and then exhale, chin to chest, belly draws in. It's a little bit like cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come back to neutral, release your arms. Notice how everything feels. Now, those of you who got my, who opened the video that I sent out yesterday, you already have done this, but I thought if you haven't, you know, we're just gonna go ahead and do, my friend Malia did this really cool series of neck release exercises. So I'm gonna take us through that one today. Let me find my notes real quick. Okay. So now we've warmed up the shoulders. So we want to think about using our shoulders up and back and down. Good. Notice that we're not squeezing the shoulder blades. We're just letting the shoulders go up and back and down. Good. Arms are out. Palms are up. Good. Notice how that feels. Right across the front of the chest. Good. All right. From that position, I've got to look at my notes again. I forgot already. Oh, we're going to bring the chin back and down. And just pause there. Take a few breaths into the back of your neck. Noticing the sensations in the neck, in the shoulders, in the chest. Good, and then gently bring the head back up. You can keep your hands here, you can bring your hands to your chest, but remember shoulders are up and back and down. And then let the head lift. Keep the chest down and then bring the chin toward the top of the chest. Take that a couple times. Inhale as we lift the head. Exhale as we bring the chin down. One more. Good. Bring your head back to neutral. Release your hands. Good. So we're starting to move into all the different parts of the neck. One thing that I liked about what my friend taught me, and this is something I did with her last week, is that when we move our neck, we don't want to move from here so much as that the jaw. You want to think about your jaw or the back of your skull as your pivot point. So when we take and let the left ear move toward the left shoulder, we're really lifting the right ear up toward the ceiling. So think about lengthening rather than sinking. Okay, so lengthen that side. Good, and then come back up. And then let's go lifting the left ear up toward the ceiling. And feeling the length across the side of the neck. Keep the breath going. So again, if you wanted to do arm out, you could do this. You could do arm fingertips down. Good, and back center, and then one more time. Right ear, right arm reaches fingertips down, lifting up through the right ear. Good, and then last time, other side. So hands can be down or arm can be extended, palm, fingertips pointing toward the ground. And then coming back to center, roll out the shoulders a few times, noticing how that feels. So it's not just about stretching the neck, we're actually releasing some of the tension, and sometimes we're actually strengthening the muscles in the neck. All right, now imagine that there's a dinner plate in front of you, and we're gonna try and trace it with our chin. So we're drawing it back and over to the right, out in front, to the left. I know this is very weird, but it's kind of interesting to try and imagine a horizontal circle. And then when you're ready, let's reverse and go the other direction. So we're tracing it around. And I'm sorry, Lulu's at my feet snoring as usual. Good. Come back to center. All right, now let's take a bicycle. So chin in, remember shoulders are back and down, chin in, and then we're gonna lift the head, circle it forward, and then back under. So we're doing like a big bicycle wheel. Good, and if you like this, try this in the doctor's office sometime. Just kidding. And then reverse it. Reverse it, chin up and around and in. Good. Whew. Come back to center. Our neck is capable of a lot of movement that we don't even realize. All right, and now let's take one more. We're gonna take that left arm out. There we go. And palm is up, shoulder down and back, fingertips kind of reaching toward the ground. Good. There's quite a bit of stretch happening all the way across this arm. And then gently lift your left ear up, stretching through that side. Now, you don't have to hold this. You can actually take the chin and glide it up and down until you find a sweet spot that might feel good. And if you find that sweet spot, pause there and play around with chin slide to side or whatever feels good. You can find different variations here. Good. And then let your arm relax, bring your head back to neutral, circle out that shoulder. All right, and then we'll do one opposite side. So right arm out, fingertips down, shoulder down and back. Lift the right ear up toward the ceiling. Draw the chin back, and then play with chin down, chin up, chin side to side. So you find that spot that needs a little bit of love today. And you can pause there, you can kind of rock around it a little bit. Good. And then let your arm relax, bring your head back to neutral, roll out both shoulders. Good. And then just let your head float around a little here. You can do circles, you can do any movement that feels good. And notice how your neck feels. We did some shoulder stuff, but we've really worked into releasing some of the muscles in the neck. And I think it's really good to know that our pivot point for our neck is really about here rather than here. We want to think about the pivot as being right at the base of the skull and right at the jawline, okay? All right, it may feel good to give yourself a little massage using your right hand to your left shoulder and then just giving a little squeeze right at the top of your shoulders and finding any little tight areas there. Good, and then switching, other hand, other side. And the neck is really something that we can do this with every day, especially if you tend to wake up with a neck that feels kind of stiff. It's always okay to do a few of these movements every day. All right, and then let it go. Phew, it's a good time for a water break. All we've done is shoulders and neck so far. So we'll add. Okay. How's everybody feeling so far? Thumbs up, thumbs down, and
Eva, I see that some people are not on mute, so maybe everybody off mute and then put it back on.
That's the thing, is everybody is on mute from my end, but do you see some that are off? Okay, so I can't unmute anybody, but if you would try unmuting yourself and then I can remute everybody, because you're right, there's an echo because somebody's still on, even though from my end, it looks like everyone's muted. And Bobby, I think it may be coming from you. Not to blame you, but I think I'm hearing more from your microphone than anybody. So everybody take yourself off mute if you can. And then I'm gonna remute everybody. Remute, is that a word?
They're not, no one's,
Yeah, see how echoey that was? Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna try it now. And see if that makes a difference. How does that sound so far?
Better.
Better. Oh, but I can still hear you, Bobby. That's so weird. I can still hear you, and I have no idea why. You're on mute. All right, just try to keep your background noise a little bit down today, because I don't know how to change that.
I'm a forever.
I don't know how you did that. How do you unmute yourself? I mean, how are we still hearing you when I show that you're on mute? It's so bizarre.
a lot of people didn't mute themselves.
What's that, Christine?
A lot of people,
Bobby's frozen.
a lot of people did not mute themselves.
I know, but I can mute everybody, but for some reason,
They didn't unmute.
yeah. It's okay. I can't really do too much from my end. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going from here. I don't know what to do. You know, technical stuff in Zoom is kind of not too fun sometimes. All right, let's come back. Just make sure that if you have, you know, a lot of background noise, you try to minimize that. I think we'll make, okay? All right, so now we're gonna start to move through the lower body, okay? Start by bringing the right leg up. And all we're gonna do is bring it up and down. So you can hold the front, you can hold the back of your thigh. And we're just gonna bring it up and down. And notice how that feels. Good. And then keeping it up for a bit, go ahead and point and flex through the ankles. Good, and then rotate the ankle around. And reverse. Good. Relax the right leg, shake it out a little bit. I think I have to move you, I have to move Lulu so I can actually do this now. There we go. Thank you, Lulu. All right, now, right leg up. We're gonna stretch it out, lower the leg, bend the knee. So it's a little bit like a bicycle. Stretch it out, lower the leg, bend the knee. So if you need, you're holding the leg. If you want more active, you're letting go and letting the hip do more of the work. It's a lot, so we're probably just gonna do one or two more. All right, and then just bring it down. Phew, shake out that leg. We're gonna take right leg out, bring it in and out. All right, and then right leg back in. So noticing we've done just the right side, observing what you feel in your hip, maybe even the core, the groin area. And let's do left side. So left knee up and down, just an up and down movement. Good. And then holding it up, point and flex through the ankle. Good, and rotate the ankle. And other direction. Good, bring the leg down, shake it out a little bit. And then we'll try that bicycle move here. So left leg up, straighten the leg, lower the leg, bring it back in. Up, straighten, down, bend. Try that a few times like you're doing a bicycle. Most of the time we don't pedal up in the air like this. Good. When you're ready, let it go. Whew, I really feel that one. Shake it out. All right. Now, let's keep the feet down and lift the toes. Just lift your toes away from the ground and see how that feels. And let's try right toes are up, left foot is flat, and then switch. Just lifting one set of toes at a time. Good. Now, if you want to add the arms, we can start to do robot arms with one foot. Doesn't matter which arm, doesn't matter which foot. Good. Phew. Now both toes come up and arms come forward. And then both toes come down, arms come back. Good. Try that a couple more times. Inhale, maybe we're coming forward or up a little higher, and then bringing down. Good. Good job. And bring it down. Last one. Come on up, lift up through the toes, lengthen your spine. Good, and then release down. Good. I find that particular movement I really feel it through the front of my shins when we lift the toes up. Now, let's find that bicycle again. So with that right knee in, we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna do reverse bicycle. So down, out, and in. Down, out, in. It's a weird one, I know. Down, out, in. Good, and then down. Good. Left leg. So we bring it down, stretch it out, bring it up, and in. So finding our bicycle in the opposite direction. Good. Bring it down. Good. Wiggle out the hips, side to side. Good. Take the right leg out, lean to the right. Maybe the left hand comes to the shoulder, maybe it reaches up and over, breath, breathing. Lengthening up through that left rib cage, left ear, feeling the neck involved, then let your head turn up and down. Maybe observing how some of that neck movement we did affected us in this pose. Good, and then coming back up to neutral. Good, take a twist to your left. So right hand goes to the left side, look over your left shoulder. Good, and then from this position, we can take the hand and turn to the right. And turn to the left, turn to the right, turn to the left. Good, unwind the twist. Good, bring the right leg in. Good. Switch out, left leg out. Left hand or left forearm to the thigh, right hand to right shoulder. Maybe elbow comes up, maybe the arm comes up and over. Continue to lift up through the right rib cage, right ear. Feel the neck. And you can look up, you can look down. And just notice how the neck feels here. Keep the breath going. Good. When you're ready, let's come back to neutral or back to upright in our spine. Leg is still off to the side. And find a twist, left hand to the right. And then looking and turning to the right side. Chin draws back a little bit. From that chin drawing back, you can turn your head left and right, and left and right. Good. Unwind your twist, come back to center. Bring the leg back in. Good, nice job. It may feel good to sit back in your chair for a little bit and maybe even let yourself lean back in your chair. Thinking about that neck movement we did, maybe your chin stays close to the chest, but you let it drop back just a little. And then come back to upright. The opposite variation is forward fold, hands on thighs, forearms on thighs. Good. Deeper if you want to. If you're going for this, tuck your chin towards your chest. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. So we can always bring our neck awareness into the rest of the poses we do. And then you can take the chin right and left. Good. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your thighs. Come back to upright. Good job. Okay. Now, we forgot cat-cow, or I forgot cat-cow. You guys need to remind me if I forget stuff. All right, so how do we want to do cat-cow? We can do it any way you want to. Here's one with the hands on the shoulders. So what we can do is take an inhale here, and then exhale, elbows come together, belly pulls back, tailbone under, chin to chest. This is our cat pose. Good. With our inhale, shoulders reach back, elbows reach back, chest forward, looking up and tailbone back. Good. Take 3 rounds of that. 3. Exhale to curl and inhale to open. Come back up to neutral and release. Good job. All right. There's a lot of ways to move through cat-cow. That's just one of them, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna play with a little bit of warrior one, but I'd like to take a water break just because I'm thirsty. So feel free to do that if you want to too. We'll use the strap in just a little bit. So if you have a strap, grab it, have it on your lap, okay? I'm gonna move back a little so everybody can see what I'm doing with my feet. All right, so we're gonna start with mountain pose. Knees are over ankles, shoulders are over hips, ears are over shoulders. Remember, sometimes we need to draw that chin back a little bit. It's like, Patty and Les were telling me about how one of their teachers used to say, think about somebody putting that baby's diaper, a used diaper in front of you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna draw that back a little bit, right? That's just a horrible imagery though. All right, thanks for that imagery, Patty and Les. Good. Arms are down by the sides. All right, now option, arms come forward or up. Your choice. This is our long spine. Good, and then release down. All right, to make this a little different, we're gonna extend the right leg. You might have to scoot toward the edge of your chair. We're gonna extend that right leg, and you can choose toe up or toe down. Toe up or toe down, okay? All right, so I'm gonna choose toe up. Good, now arms back up. This is our warrior one while we're still seated. We're gonna add a couple of arm variations, elbows open out into our cactus shape. Make this with the hands, and let's see if we can come to vertical and back up again. And vertical, some of you can go further, I can't go further, and back up again. Good, you can do both, but I can't do both, all right? All right, arms reach out, palms are down. Start to lean forward, airplane wings, and then reach your arms back. So now you're balancing at the edge of your chair, your right leg is forward. Try to spin your thumbs so that your palms are facing out and up. Feel the shoulders there. And then try spinning your thumbs the opposite way. So just notice how your shoulders rotate in or out, depending on what you've done with your arms, right? Good. Then reach back, hold your chair. If your chair is there, fine. If it's not, you're reaching whatever you can reach. Good. And then let go of the chair, airplane wings. Good, releasing the hands to that left thigh. Let yourself do a little forward fold over that right leg. So this is our hamstring stretch. We normally do this towards the end of class. I just want you to notice how it feels. Good, and then slowly come up. Bring the right leg in, shake it out, roll out the shoulders, and just notice how that sequence felt. So warrior one is actually difficult to do in a chair because in standing we have one leg staggered, but we'll do it standing in a little bit, okay? So let's do other side. So right leg stays where the ankle is under the knee, left leg extends. And again, toe up or toe down. Just noticing what feels better for you. You can add a little bend to that knee, okay? All right, keep your spine nice and long. Good, and then if you'd like, arms reach up, warrior one. Keep the breath going, start drawing the shoulders down the back, rib cage drawn in. Beautiful, good adjustments. I saw some changes there. Elbows open out to our cactus. Good, make fists, and let's do that Robbie the Robot movement. I just made that up. I don't even know what the name of this is. Just noticing the rotation in our shoulder blades. Good. When you've had enough, arms reach out, palms are down, shoulders relaxed. Good, draw the belly in, hinge forward. Good, reach the arms back. So at first your palms are facing each other as if you were holding a beach ball between your hands. And then see if you can spin the thumbs up while the palms go out. And then spin the thumbs the other direction. So you're gonna feel your shoulders rotate completely opposite. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and hold the back of your chair. Let yourself kind of hang here for a little bit, getting a nice shoulder stretch. Good, and then let go into airplane wings. Good, and then bringing both hands to the right thigh, let the shoulders relax. Maybe you take a little forward fold. Noticing how this feels on the back of the thigh or wherever else you feel it here. Good, and slowly coming back to upright. Good, bring the leg back in. Whew, that was a big sequence for me. I'm already getting pretty warm. All right, and just let yourself rest. Let yourself move in any way you'd like. Okay, phew. So I hope you memorized what we did. Did you memorize it? No? Okay. All right. That's my job. Or sometimes it's Annie. Annie usually reminds me what we did. All right. If you have your strap, let's do a little leg stretch before we come to standing. If you don't have your strap, I'll show you what to do. So we're just going to bring the strap under the right foot and stretch out the right leg. Lulu is so loud today. So finding a little bit of a hamstring stretch, but again, not worrying about how far you go. You can start to push the toes away and draw them back a little bit. Good. See if you can sit up nice and tall from here. All right, and then take both ends of the strap into the right hand. And start to take that leg off to the right side. Left arm can be a counterbalance. Good. You decide how far to go on this one. Maybe you look to the left. Good. And as we look forward, bring that right leg over, switch the straps to the left hand. And then we're going to take the leg up and over just a little. It's not going to be a lot. Noticing how it feels on this side. Really, she's like a buzzsaw. Lulu's like a buzzsaw today. Good. As we look forward, bend the right knee, bring the ankle to the thigh or in front of the shin, whatever works for your body today. Good. You can let go of the strap now. We're just going to let this relax for a moment and notice how that hip feels. It may feel good just to hang out right here. Some of you will make this more active by taking the toes and pointing them forward, bringing the knee down a little bit more, and then taking a little hinge forward. Good. So feeling free to keep your hands on your hips or even reaching back to the chair. Some of you can reach forward. Pick whatever works for you today. I'm going to go wake up Lulu in just a second. All right, and then come back to upright. Uncross the leg, shake it out. You're too loud, Lulu. All right, she's our entertainment for today. Okay, notice how your right side feels. We're going to go to the left. So strap, left foot, straighten out the leg, keep a little bend in the knee, don't go too straight. We don't want to lock the knee on this. Notice your shoulders, keep your shoulders down and back. It's going to help you have something to pull into with the strap, okay? Good. Noticing how this feels. Going to take the straps into the left hand, start to stretch out the arm, and then open the leg out to the left. Try to draw your shoulder into its socket. If you tend to round it, draw it back. Good. Press out through your heel. Maybe that right arm is a counterbalance. So we're reaching from the crown of the head up, from the right foot down, right arm out, left leg out. So we've got 4 different directions going through here. Good. Bring it back to center. Take both straps into the right hand, and then just do a little up and over. It may not get very far. You might feel it more into the hip. Left arm reaches out. Can you still sit up tall? Or did you start leaning somewhere? Good. Then bend the knee. Ankle in front of shin or ankle on thigh. Release the strap. Let it rest for a moment. Just noticing how it feels just to kind of sit in this place as if you were just visiting with somebody. And then deciding if you want to make it more active, then we flex the foot, gently press the thigh down. Maybe our hands come to our hips as we hinge forward. So you choose any variation you want. Good. If you keep your shoulders down and back and your rib cage drawing in, you're going to continue with core work through the front and the back of the body. You may reach back if you want to. You may hang your arms in front of you. It's your choice here. Just take a couple of breaths. Good. And gently coming back to upright, uncross the leg, shake it out. Nice. Okay. So finally, maybe we'll release with a forward fold before we come up to standing. So find anything that you want to release. I'm going to do a half forward fold. Maybe even let the head move around. My neck feels pretty good after a lot of that stuff we did today. Okay, I'm coming back to upright. Okay, so now we're going to try a few things while we're standing. Okay, so if you want to stand, you're going to make your way on up. If you want to stay seated, it's okay. We're just going to repeat some of the sequences we did when we were sitting down, but in a standing position instead. You can put your chair, you can be behind your chair, or you can set your chair off to the side. I'm going to grab another drink of water just because I'm super thirsty today. Once we get standing, take your feet about hip width apart, and then just let your hips move right and left. Just kind of make a little sideways movement. Make sure your toes are facing forward as much as you can, and then just hold on to your chair and just lift one set of toes and then the other. I don't want anybody to fall here. I just want you to notice how it feels in the shins and the ankles, even the heels of the feet. Just lifting and then the other. And then go ahead and bring the feet down. Okay, now let's take a few arm circles. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Try to take your pinkies up toward the ceiling, and then exhale, float the arms back down. Take two more. Inhale, reach up. I'm gonna nudge Lulu again. Exhale down. Good, one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Bringing the hands to the shoulders. Alternate one and then the other back into some circles. Now, hopefully our shoulders are pretty warmed up now because we've done a lot of shoulder work. So now notice if your hands come to your hips, run the shoulders gently back, keep your rib cage in. Now can your hands come behind you? If not, keep your hands on your hips, okay? So what we want is to be able to take behind without letting our shoulders dip. So whatever you can do. Some of you will find that you can easily let the fingers touch or let the palms be on top of each other. Once your shoulder starts to dip, you've gone too far, okay? So I'm gonna keep about here. So just notice what extension and feel the chest open without letting the rib cage puff forward. Good, now relax the arms, shake it out. Open and close the hands. All right, so now we're gonna play with that with a strap. So take your strap. It doesn't have to be really wide, but what you're gonna do is shoulders down and back. Take the strap with your palms up. And if you can straighten your arms, find the width that allows your shoulders to be comfortable. So some of you can actually not need a strap and can clasp your hands. I cannot. I'm going to do about the same width as my hips. Shoulders down and back. Good. Noticing how that feels. Put a little bend in your knees, and we're going to find a little chair pose. So just a little bend in the knees. Good. Hinge. And then see if the hands lift away from the back. Good. Lower and back to upright. So we'll try that a couple times. bend, hinge forward, lift arms up, shoulders down and back. Good. Lower, straighten back up. Last variation, I'm going to show you a little more extreme, but you decide if you want to try it. Okay, chair pose, hinge, deepen your chair pose, start to lift your arms. Maybe you come up a little higher. Maybe you start to reach up toward the ceiling. A little bit more of a forward fold than chair pose now. Good, and when you're ready, lower the arms, come back up to chair, to standing, release the strap. Phew, that was a big one. Relax the shoulders, sweep them around a few times. Whew, you might even give yourself a hug and do a little rocking. Good, and opposite arm on top. All right, and release. Beautiful. Okay, that strap work is pretty important. In a lot of classes, they try to teach you clasping your hands. I find that when I do that, my shoulder alignment gets lost and my elbows and wrists hurt. So I like the strap a lot better. But if you like the clasped hands, you're welcome to do that. All right, so we're gonna try now our Warrior Ones sequence. So from our Warrior One, all we're gonna do is come from our mountain pose and then step back with the right foot. The left knee is bent. What you want to do is make sure the left knee is over the ankle. Our hips are facing forward. Even if that means you need to shorten your stance or take your right foot to the right a little bit more. My right foot is at a little bit of an angle here. All right, now arms reach up. Good, I'm gonna turn it sideways so you can see. I'm actually leaning forward, but if you come to upright, you're gonna have more of a back bend right here. I like leaning forward. All right, so this is our Warrior One. And now let's add our position, our arm move positions. Elbows bend, make fists, do our little Robbie the Robot movement. I think that one's fun. All right, then arms out, lean forward. Good, reach the arms back. Palms are in as if you have a block or beach ball between your hands. Then from that position, start to spin the thumbs and the palms out. Notice how that feels. Then spin the thumbs in, palms reverse. Good. Bring your hands to your left thigh. Straighten the left leg. Matter of fact, you can bring your hands to your hips if that's okay. So we're getting a deeper hamstring stretch here. Your hands can be at your hips. You can try hands to the back, or you could try the strap. I'm just pretending I have a strap here today. Good. And then releasing the hands back to the hips, bend the left knee, come back to upright. Phew. We're gonna do one more thing while we're here. If you have your chair in front of you, if you don't, then try to walk so the chair is in front of you. We're gonna do a little bit of a balance challenge here. So we're gonna lift the right foot and come into a, I guess we call this Warrior Three. And then you can just play with the right leg coming off to the side. So right leg, right arm off to the side, sorry. So left foot's down, then you can play with one or both arms coming off of the chair. Good. When you've had enough of that, bend the left knee. Good. Bring the back foot down, and then just step forward. Wiggle it out, shake it out. So that's quite a sequence. It's quite a bit of stuff, but we've been building up towards it. So hopefully it feels okay. Now it doesn't mean that it's easy. We work as much as you want to work, right? All right. Let's find our second side. Mountain pose. Shake it out for a moment. Let it go. Whew. All right. Mountain pose, left foot steps back. Right knee bends. Find your legs first. Feel your hips working, find your legs in a sturdy position. All right, now option, arms forward and up. Your arms may not come all the way overhead, they may be slightly forward. Good. All right, cactus arms, fists, any movement that you feel like trying here. I can go further here, but I cannot do it on the right side. So you do what you can. Good. All right, and then arms reaching out. Soften the shoulders a little bit. Lean forward. Pause here or reach back. Beach ball behind you. Good. Let go of the beach ball. Spin the thumbs and palms out. And then spin the palms in and thumbs the other direction. Good. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Straighten that right leg. Stay here. Hands can stay on hips. Or you can bring your hands back to the back. Or you can hold your strap and bring your arms up overhead, as if you were taking a deeper forward fold over that right leg, maybe. Good. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your hips, bring your torso back to upright, bend the right knee. Good. And then we're going to try our balance from this place. So lifting the left leg, maybe the right arm opens out. Maybe both hands come off the chair. You can do prayer hands. You can do airplane wings. You can grip the chair. Good. When you're ready, you're going to bend the right knee, plant the left foot. Good. Come back to upright. Phew. That's done. Do a little march. Oh, let it go. That's a big one. And another nice release that a lot of people like after doing warrior one is just a nice big downward facing dog. So pick whatever you like. You can do a forward fold. You can do a downward dog. You can have a seat on your chair. Good. Phew. When you're ready, let's make it back to our chair. Have a seat. Maybe mix a little bit more water if you want. So I kind of tricked you into our balance pose today. We went from warrior one to warrior three, which is not an easy pose, by the way. But there's always ways to play with it in a way that, see if it works for your body. Phew, those are big moves today. All right, so take a moment, maybe take the feet a little bit wider and let yourself just wiggle a little. Maybe forward fold with the wide legs. Maybe you let your body kind of move over to the left side and find like a half twist and half forward fold. And maybe you go to the opposite direction, both hands and body over to the right side. Center rolling up. Good, nice job. All right. And then just moving the wrists around a bit. We've held on to the strap a few times, so let's let the wrists roll around. And then open and close the hands. Nice big movements. Good, shake out the hands. Pretend that you're playing the drums or the bongos, right? We need to actually do that sometime. Get one of those bucket thingies. Not in Zoom, but maybe in person. That would be so much fun, right? Playing the bongos. All right, there we go. Now, did you notice that when we got into it, you start to really use more of your body? It's not just your hands and your wrists. All right, now, walk the feet back in. And let's find a little relaxing stretch through the hips. let's see, what can we do? We've already done our pigeon, we've already done our hamstring stretch. So what we could do is just take the right leg out to the side. Good. And then right hand holds the chair. And then just a little lean over to the right. Left hand can come to shoulder, or left arm can reach up. If your arm's tired, you can just keep your arm down. Breathe. Good, come back up. And we'll take opposite directions, so keep your leg where it is. Now let's take right arm up. So you're gonna have to hold on to your chair probably to keep from falling. Just notice how that feels. Good, and then release. Good. Right leg comes forward, left leg extends off to the side. You can play, and I forgot to say this before, you can play with toe up and your heel down, or you can bring your foot forward with the foot flat. You can, try different variations. What feels better in your legs here? Left hand holds onto the chair. Start to lean to that left side. Maybe right arm reaches up. Breathe. Good. Come back to upright. And let's switch. So right hand holds on, left arm reaches up and over. And release. Good. Bring the left leg back in. Good. Start to sit all the way back in your chair. And then just notice, what does your body need here? If you're ready to move into Shavasana, then let yourself rest. If you have one more movement you need to move, neck, shoulders, forward fold, whatever it is, take a moment and find that. Otherwise, you can start to listen to Lulu snoring and hope it helps you relax too. All right, so before we move into our final Shavasana, even though we're sitting back in the chair, give some attention to your shoulders and your neck. Can you gently let the shoulders come back? Can you gently let the chin come back? And then maybe let the chin, you can drape the head if you want to, but try not to jut your chin out. So just pause here, close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a big sigh. Maybe you need one or two more of those. Deep breath in and a big sigh. Bringing your awareness back to your body. Let the breath come to natural. And we'll do that little body scan we did at the very beginning. Feel your feet. Feel your ankles, your calves, the backs of your thighs, the fronts of your thighs, the low back, the glutes, the middle back, the upper back. Notice your belly, your chest. Notice your shoulders, your arms, down through the elbows and the forearms, your wrists and your hands, your fingers. Notice how your neck feels, your throat, your jaw, your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, your eyebrows, crown of the head. Let the breath just be natural and let yourself rest here. Letting the body absorb and benefit from all movement we did today. I'm just going to be quiet for a few more breaths. Very gently Let yourself continue to relax, but now begin to notice that when we inhale, we can go just a little deeper and feel like we're bringing a little more energy into the body. And when we exhale, we can start to release anything that we want to let go. Good. With those slightly deeper breaths, allow yourself to open and close the hands. Move the toes around. Gently rock the head side to side to just find a little bit of movement as we start to come out of our Shavasana. Moving wrists, moving ankles, stretching out the legs or stretching out through the arms, whatever you like. Good. And then gently opening your eyes when you're ready. Good. Take one more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a big sigh. Beautiful. Turn your palms up to acknowledge whatever is good today. Right now, I'm very happy about my neck. My neck feels really good today. And I'm very happy that my crazy dog is right there at my feet and that I'm with you all today. So may you have a beautiful day. May you find some joy in moving, resting, and eating, and whatever it is that brings you joy today. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, sealing in that joy, that gratitude. The light in me sees and honors the beautiful light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.